bottom is normally the story that comes with that. Sometimes you laugh, sometimes you cry, sometimes you just remember some good shit. Welcome to the Bottom of the Bottom podcast.
Hey, how y'all doing, good people? I really fucked up. So we're gonna start this over. We got DJ Tony Gray and his wife, his partner, his promoter, his manager, his promotion team, Miss Tawanda. She does it all and he does it all. And they're working this as a team with house therapy. He's a house DJ. He's very dope. I've caught him in live, and I have caught him on mixcloud.com where you can find him. He's also on Instagram, YouTube. You can, matter of fact, if they say you can Google somebody, he's the type of person you can Google and find them. I would like to present Tawanda and DJ Tony Gray. All right, now come on now. I done messed up. Y'all ain't energized like y'all was.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. There we go. I'm gonna get this straight.
We are happy to be here. We are happy to be here.
Oh, y'all look good on Coming to America as couple. So check this out. We're gonna go over this first call once again. So, Tawanda, you ready, or you want to go second this time since I messed up?
Woo, I'll go second.
All right, Tony.
Let me grab my phone and do that then.
All right, Tony. So check this out.
Yeah.
If you was a contestant on Jeopardy, what's the topic that you know you would just smash?
Music.
I mean, any topic in music?
You just asked the question.
All right. That was, all right.
Well, okay. If you want to be like critical of 70s music, how about that?
All right.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather have, and this is a fucked up question, a lisp or a stutter? It's fucked up. Would you rather have a lisp or a stutter?
A lisp or lisp. Because, hey, never mind.
All right. Number 3. What's your go-to drink at the bar?
Tito's.
I always tell people Tito's don't taste like it used to taste about 3 years ago. To me, the quality went down just a little bit. The more they pumped it through the club because they had to produce it more.
Yeah.
To me, the quality went down just a little bit.
That's why I'm drinking Ciroc today.
All right. Oldie but goodie question. If you had a horse, what would you name it?
If I had a horse, what would you say? Lucky Day. That's simple.
Oh, that's dope.
That's dope. That's common for a racehorse. Lucky Day.
Lucky Day. All right. And I'll say the last one. If you DJing, what's the worst type of dancer on the floor? Like when you up there DJing, what's the worst type of dancer you see on the floor?
A person with no rhythm. An easy question.
All right. So, Ms. Tawanda, you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
All right. What's the liquor that you would not drink? You would not touch.
The liquor I would not touch?
You would not touch.
Oh.
Tanqueray.
Shit, I wouldn't touch that shit neither.
Tanqueray.
All right. So, Johnny Gill or Keith Sweat?
Oh, gosh. Johnny Gill.
If you were to write a movie, give me the name and the title of a movie. Any movie, romance, drama, whatever.
Title of a movie.
You already a writer, so.
Yeah, but I was thinking something dirty, so I don't need to think anything dirty.
Hey, we don't want to see none of that like stuff y'all do off camera, on camera. Y'all say that for OnlyFans.
But Butthole Chronicles.
So what's the movie?
Butthole Chronicles.
What is it?
I said it was gonna be that. I told you this interview was gonna be different. This ain't an ordinary interview. We get loose on this one.
Butthole Chronicles.
Wow.
That was my answer, not yours. Oh, okay.
You proud
She
of
going
that?
with it.
But you proud of that?
No.
Wow. This is way entertaining than what I thought. So
Different strokes. You said dirty.
So what song is always or majority of the time in a DJ Tony mix?
Oh my gosh. What? Okay. Depends on what music he's playing. What?
I mean, which one do you feel like you always hear the most?
Oh no, she don't hear nothing.
I don't hear nothing.
There is no most.
There is no most for him.
There is no
okay.
But I will say this: if he's doing a house mix, for me, he always tries to make sure he gives me either like a Luther remix or Lady Alma or something like that. If it's R&B throwback kind of thing, he always makes sure he gives me that new edition Bobby Brown feel. Shoot, I don't know. He's done country for me before. He's done rock for me before. Where he
I done did country R&B remixes live.
So
that's dope.
It just depends, like whatever mood he's in. Sometimes
people go, where'd you get that mix from? Like I'm doing
all
it right now.
Yeah.
And the last one, somebody booked you. Who's faster to fire off for not paying Tony, you or him?
Me.
All right, that was first call.
I won't even know about it.
Me.
I won't even know about it.
That was first call. I tell you, that was first call. That was simple. So check this out. So we about to get to the body of this. We will start on how did y'all meet?
Wow. You want to tell that story?
We met online. Like people meet.
Look at it.
6 years ago.
No. For real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to do shares and stuff, y'all. Y'all know me. I'm always promoting. I'm sorry.
She is. She does. She always promotes. So
I'm always doing it.
Did she know you as the DJ when you first, like, did you throw that in there or was that later on?
That was later on because if she found out I was a DJ, she probably would have never even talked to me. Hell, she constantly told me I wasn't her type.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that? What was it that you weren't her type? Why wasn't you her type?
I guess I need to answer that.
Oh yeah, you answer that. You want to answer that? Go ahead.
Yeah, I need you to do some on shares.
Okay, the only part I had down packed was the handsome part.
Yeah.
I wasn't tall and dark. I just had the handsome part down.
I mean, he cute and all, but he was no one I would have chose for myself. So like when I got on Black People Meet, I was on it like the first day, and it was like flooded, of course, with people hitting me up. And then I came off of it, and then after a while I went back on.
And she got with this pimping.
Wow.
Then I got with this stalker, and he would not allow anybody else to grab my attention.
I said, "You've been chose, baby."
I'm about to change your life, girl. You're with me, girl.
That's right.
I'll take you places, girl.
And not carry these damn speakers.
Well, let me ask you this, Tony. Did you have hair? Did you have the pimp hair? Was it slicked back? Was it slicked down? Was it slicked up?
Bruh. Our first date together the first time she came to my house was horrible.
Oh yeah.
I was so out there in the streets. Somebody came knocking on the door looking for their wife. That's how bad it was.
Oh wow.
I did not know what I was getting myself into.
Yeah.
I did not know.
I was that bad.
I didn't know he was a retired hoe at the time. Yeah.
Pimp game strong.
Pimp gang strong.
I ain't gonna say all that, but I'm just saying at the time, obviously he was seeing someone that he had stopped seeing when he met me. But the husband didn't know that.
Oh, wow.
It's like, man, your wife not here, man.
She not, man. So for the introduction, as I said, of y'all two, because obviously y'all are a great team. You know, we can see it right now. And like I said, I saw it live. Tony, what is it about her? And Tawanda, what is it about him?
Who you want to go first? Me?
I mean, whichever one want to go first. Because your chemistry is dope.
Oh, thank you.
What I love about my wife, she don't take no shit from me. You know, because a person, I believe, a person will only do to you what you allow them to do to you. And she don't play them games. She don't. That's why I knew she was the one for me, because I wasn't able to do the things that I was doing to the rest of them.
Pimping.
That's right. Pew, pew.
So she was pimping you then, because she got you straight.
Yeah, she got me straight. She got me straight. But pimping that dead hoe, just
All right, Twan.
Oh gosh. His sense of humor. Like I said, when I met Tony, like nothing about him really made me feel like, oh, he's this great guy.
Damn.
He's just, I just gotta have him. Yeah, no, none of that. It was just like nothing until.
Well, damn, tell them how you really feel.
That's what I'm supposed to do. But
Okay.
then when we went on our first date and we went out to eat and we just started talking and the jokes started coming.
I was cracking on the waiter.
And we just kind of,
Yeah,
like
I had a crying at the table, cracking on the waiter.
Yeah, like we're doing now.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a really good time, but at the time in my mind, I was like, okay, I am not going to like him. I don't want to like him because he's not my type. I want, and us as women, we have in our mind what we think we want. So in my mind at the time, it was like, okay, I know what I'm looking for, this, or whatever. So when I met him, he was driving a van, and he had the van.
It was a new van.
It was a van.
My business.
And because he DJ'd and he was single, so he, that's how he rolled then. So I was like, yo, bro, you drive a rapist van. Like, you ain't got no job.
He's like, a retired police officer.
He's like, I'm retired. I get a pension. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, she was telling me.
Oh, yeah. Like,
so
I was like,
I like the honesty. I was like, okay. So my pimping went into overdrive.
Oh, yeah. They gonna show my look, he was cooking, bringing stuff to my house, talking about I cooked dinner. I ain't gotta stay, but I just wanted to bring you something to eat, blah, blah, blah. So he came one night. He came one night and brought me something to eat. And I was like, threw it on the floor. I want that shit. Don't come to my house. Yeah, I was like horrible.
Don't come to my house uninvited, nigga.
Yeah, I was horrible because I was like, I don't want to like you. Like, you're not what I'm looking for. He wasn't trying to hear that. He was still showing up. He'd be like, knock, it's date night, get dressed, let's go. I'm like, who are you?
I wasn't trying to hear none of that.
He knew what he wanted. He knew I had a guard up. So he just overlooked that. And for me, I know I needed that.
Okay.
Like I needed that guy to look past the fact that.
Because I wasn't used to hearing the word no.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Pimps don't hear no, man.
Oh, Chip told me no,
man. Come on. Yeah. You gotta have that high bitch voice. Yeah. So check this out. So both of y'all, what was the beginning of music for y'all? Like, what made y'all fall in love with music individually? Because I know it's at a different age for both of y'all.
I fell in love with music at a young age because I grew up in bad neighborhoods and music was my refuge.
Yeah, where are you from? You said bad neighborhoods. Let them know.
You know, I'm from New Jersey. Yeah. And Hayes Home Projects, and grew up in foster care. So that's all I had was my music. So I've always loved music. That was my getaway. So at a young age. So yeah.
What about you, Twan?
Let's see. I think it was. I guess I get a pass because I was born in Newark, New Jersey, but I grew up in Alabama. So he tell me I'm really not from Jersey, whatever. But anyway.
She left at 8, dude. She left at 8.
It doesn't matter. I drank the water. Anyway, so so I was kind of just basically raised as an only child, even though I have other siblings, but in the household that I grew up in was like an only child thing. So I had, like him, nothing but music.
Yeah.
I just listened to the radio a lot. Grew up in the MTV era with the Michael Jackson, all that. So I fell in love with music, period. And I think that's with both of us.
She lying. She lying. She wrote Wilson Pickett.
Damn.
Really?
Johnny Taylor, Bobby Blue Bland, stuff like that. Alabama.
Yeah.
It's the same.
This is what we gonna do.
Yeah, we're from the company. Hey.
So
What are them interviews?
So Tony, what age was you introduced to DJing? Like,
I was introduced to DJing. First of all, I was that kid that sat in front of the stereo when I was a kid, 8 to 12 years old, when my aunt, my mom, and all the family get together and had a cookouts. I was that played the music while they played spades and stuff like that. They would take a stack of records, and my only job was to play the music the whole time. So I was turned on to music at a very young age. So I got into DJing seriously. I used to go to a friend's house that lived like 3 doors down from my aunt's house, because all the cookouts was at her house. And I went over his house. He had DJ equipment. This is back in '78. And I would go over there, and I learned how to DJ by going over his house. And I got hooked.
Yeah.
You know.
What was that first track that made you, like, when you DJ, what was that first track that made you be like, "Ooh, this is my superpower right here"?
Oh, one of the first joints was "Keep on Trucking." Yeah. Eddie Kendrick's "Keep on Trucking" was one of the first. Yeah.
So what was it about that? Because it looked like it took you back just now. You was
the instrumental. Yeah. And I was just hooked from there on. I mean, there was no turning back. Music had already got me at a young age, and it kept me.
Yeah.
Got pulled in.
So how did growing up and you having that love, how did your friends and family take it at a young age? Like, you want to DJ? Like, that's not something that people be like, well, it's different for everybody's hood and where they from, but did they see you as a leader? Did they see you as that might be his way to get out? Like, how did they view it towards you, or you feel like they viewed it?
I kept it under wraps. I didn't really say anything to anybody. I would go to, his name was Martell. I would go to Martell's house, and I would go over there, store records over there, and I would just go over there and play. You know, I wasn't always in the streets. I was most of the time when he was home. I would go over to his house and just play music. I really kept it until, like I said, I was in foster care until I got moved. And when I got moved, they had to start from scratch from there.
So let's talk about that. You said you had to move. So just give me a list of places that you've been. And there's a reason why I asked that.
Okay. All right. These places I'm about to name, you won't know because, like I said, it's in Jersey.
Yeah.
I grew up around Dayton Street. I grew up around Howard Street. I grew up around Mercer, Broome, all of the projects and all of that. Scudder Homes, Stella Rights, Hayes Homes. I grew up around all of those projects growing up, and I was always surrounded by music. You know, growing up in those neighborhoods, I was always surrounded by music. So that was something. I couldn't play basketball; I was too short. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't there. I ain't gonna say I wasn't book smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, music was my thing. It was always my thing. You know.
Well, that was the reason why I asked you that, because like music, just like a book, it can either take you away or it can bring you back and give you comfort.
Yeah.
Like I always been in music. Like my pops, y'all done met my pops, man. My pops be on that old man back in '72. I was in the military doing this, and music could take your mind somewhere. And like you said, using foster care and the power of music, like even if you don't feel safe or whatever, that music get to you, it'll really make you zone out.
Yeah. Love your pops, man. It's just something. I mean, when I play and I'm around your pops, I see his face light up when I'm playing.
Oh yeah.
He turns into a different person. He and you see this. He'll stop what he's doing and just point at me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a high five or whatever.
They pass you the bottle.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't like, hey, take
man. But so in that time frame, what was the first gig you had, the first DJ and paying performance job or whatever? However you want to. Everybody says it's different.
My first big gig was on Chadwick Avenue. It's apartment buildings on Chadwick Avenue. I'm not making this story up. It was back in 80, I'm gonna say 81. Yeah, around 81 to 82. And we was in this apartment building. I was DJing with these cats. They were twins and they had equipment. Like I told you, I didn't have equipment. One of the most popular records back then was this record called Martin Circus by Disco Circus. Crazy Records, I remember that. And we was doing the party in that building. And we banging out the tracks and everything, having a good time. And a crew came in there. Hey, yo, you got a microphone? I'm like, yeah. Let dude get on the mic. He's like, throw your hands in the air, leave them there, rob us.
Damn. Damn.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
That's crazy. Now that's some up north shit right there. That's some up north shit right there. So if you remember, how much did they pay you for that?
Did I just tell you I got robbed?
Okay. What was they supposed to pay you for? What was they supposed to pay you for?
Oh God.
Oh, I wasn't. It wasn't much.
How did you feel about it though? Because technically that's your paying gig. Before you got robbed, how did you feel about
it? Therapy, man. It sounds like therapy right now, man. Like, how did you feel?
Yeah, how did you feel?
What was your mindset?
Yeah, because I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna wrap this up towards the end. I'm gonna bring it full circle.
I guess we said like when somebody said we want to pay you. Like, were you feeling like
it was a good feeling. I wasn't the best. It was a crew of us and I wasn't the best. I ain't like back then. I wasn't the best in the crew. But yeah, it was a good feeling to be a part of something that good.
And how old were you when that happened?
81? Jesus. 14?
14.
I was like,
so roughly you was in middle school, and you before you got robbed, you was gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So middle school, so you move into high school. So by high school, you got a name for yourself, right? So
what's up there?
so by high school, you got a name for yourself, right?
Nah, because I moved around. No, I didn't. There was cats that had names for themselves like Gentleman of Leisure, Mark IV Disco. No, I didn't have one of those names. No.
So what was your name?
I was Tony Gray back then. I was Tony Gray.
So you
I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't the best doing it. They had crews that had equipment way better than the stuff we had. So I'm not gonna act like I was the best out there.
Wait a minute. Now, when you played in Germany, didn't
That
you
was
have-
later. That was later.
Oh, okay. What
That
was
was
that
later.
name? What was that? That was what now?
When I
You
had a
the
name.
T-shirt? What was on that?
We didn't get to that point yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a small timeline. She trying to rush it. But I tell you what,
off, man.
I think she want me to get back to her to
No.
her. So we gonna check this out.
She going back to my DJ Slice when I used to cut and scratch and all that.
Yeah, I'm glad you got rid of that. Stick with Tony Gray.
We ain't get there yet. We ain't get there yet. There she
We
go.
didn't get there yet. So
DJ Slice, that was my name. Yeah. The hat and everything.
So coming out of high school, what are you thinking about your DJ? Are you think you can make this a career? You thinking of college? You thinking of straight to work? What do you think about after you graduate?
I went to military.
Okay.
So military. As soon as I signed up, as soon as I got my station.
What branch did you do, sir?
Army. That was back in 80. That's when I got my first equipment and started getting a lot of gigs because I was one of the few people in the barracks that had equipment, and I started doing local parties and stuff like that.
All right. So shout out to MOS real quick. Go ahead and shout that out.
13 Bravo.
I don't know what that is, but I just
Gun
know
Bunny
that.
Cannon Crewman.
Okay. And shout out where you were stationed at. So we get to this Germany thing.
I was stationed at basic at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Was stationed Fort Knox, Kentucky, and I also had a residency as a DJ in Germany.
What part?
I was in Bamberg, Germany, but I used to battle a lot. I was all over the place in Germany. That has DJ Slice battling.
So as you know,
it's a school slice of bread.
And we tell people, our dad's in the military, so we were stationed in Kitzigen for a little bit. But I brag about it. I miss it. I have flashbacks, euphoria, all that from military life. Like growing up, military life was like, I tell people all the time, our weekends, military life as kids was nothing but a G thing to do. Everybody going to the park, people popping their trunks, the grill, the cookouts, everything, every weekend, spades, all that. Do you feel like your DJ skills is like that's when it felt more appreciated because you got your army buddies?
Yeah. I had a whole crew. I got pictures. The lead singer of Intro, the group Intro. That was my partner before he was with Intro.
Oh damn, that's what's up.
Yeah. He used to be a rapper before he was a singer.
People don't understand that camaraderie of military families. Like it's a different vibe. It's a different inclusion. Definitely, if outside looking in, you're not understanding the love. Do you feel like they supported your DJing abilities more than when you was a kid and the older people looking at you?
Yeah, I'm actually still friends with those guys. 35 years later, we're still friends. To this day, I just talked to them just last week. We still friends today.
I mean, as far as you DJing, do you feel like they really made you take it on a different level, should I say? Yeah,
we had a big crew. I still have all the pictures. I used to roll at least 20 deep.
Damn.
Parties. Yeah.
Dang.
When I had my residency downtown Brandenburg, I rolled at least 20, 30 deep. Always. I still got the pictures.
Where's the red light district at in Germany?
The red light district is Where was that? It's Wurzburg, I believe.
You been there?
Yeah, it was more than one. It was more than one red light district.
Yeah, but you been, so you was pimping. I'm gonna get past it. I just want to. I want to hear.
Come on, let him tell you those stories about.
Oh, my bad.
That wasn't Kentucky. He said Germany.
No, when you got your tires sliced and stuff like that. That's what.
Damn.
Damn, you went backwards.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Pimping.
So how did
One of those interviews.
Yeah. I should have had her on this side of the camera because she seemed like she got some shit she wants you to talk about.
It seemed like she wanted to get some stuff off her chest.
Yeah, that would have seemed like. So after military life, where do you go?
Yeah, I went back home. Joined the police. I became a cop.
What made you pick that line?
I worked kind of in airlines first, and then
What made you pick a police officer?
Oh, I see. There, you take a what's it? Test for. I took a test for the city, and they give you a list of options. I scored pretty high, and they give you a list of options, and I was like, nope, don't want to do that, don't want to do that, don't want to do that, and I became a cop. That's where. No, I wanted to help the neighborhood I was living in.
So were you DJing during that time, or slow it down?
Yeah.
Or?
Nope. I DJ'd even more. I was doing events when I was with the police force.
So you were doing the hood events?
Yep, I sure was.
And the cops knew you were DJing.
I had a residency as a cop doing gigs.
You ain't. Yeah.
So basically, you was kind of the person between the community and the law enforcement.
Yeah.
So how did you take that role?
How did I take that role? Wow, that's a good question.
Yeah. Like how you transition from that? Like you're a cop during the day, but then you go DJ for those same people at night.
You said lock them up today and meet them at a club.
He locking them up playing music at the same time.
True story. I was good at what I did, and I never had no problem. Because I didn't go out of my way to lock people up. That wasn't my style. You know what I'm saying? Because I lived where I worked.
Yeah.
Like I was a cop in the South District. I lived literally blocks from the precinct.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So
I was able to go where I wanted to go because they knew who I was.
You feel like that gave you power within the community, like the kids looking at you as law enforcement, but then they see you as the cool DJ that everybody know. So do you feel like you was a role model though?
I hope I was.
I mean, do you feel that way?
Yeah, when you got people that you did arrest that actually knock on your door and says, I'm home now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That actually happened. Shout out Tony Walker, somebody that I used to DJ with back in the day.
So let me ask you this question.
Lloyd A. Walker, that's DJ Tony Walker. We go back like 30 years DJing.
So let me ask you this question then, and it can be a short answer. You cannot answer or whatever. Your style of policing and your status in the community. Do you think more officers should take that motto or that model of actually being in the community to understand people are going to do this, but you don't really have to lock them up, or the community needs to understand that this is what law enforcement go through?
Of course. That's why I didn't have no problems. I was good everywhere I went.
But I'm talking about the police now. How do you feel about how society looks at them now? Exactly.
Okay.
I can't answer that, man. You know, they say you got to be in it to win it.
Yeah.
And so I was, yeah, you don't, like I tell people just the way I you never hear nothing bad about house therapy doing bad business.
Yeah.
You never hear about Tony was a fucked up cop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think you being a DJ and all that music in certain times kept you level headed?
Yeah.
Because you can escape, like we talked about earlier.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
All right. So we get past that. Because it seemed like we got serious for a minute, but we all got to get a serious part in every episode.
I don't have a problem with that because this is one of those interviews where it's no holds barred. We don't talk about it all. No holds barred. This is not those other interviews I did.
No.
Totally different.
So how do you, and because you said that, and that's where we are right now, do you honestly in your heart feel that cops are really just plain humans, or do you feel like that badge gives them certain powers?
I can't.
How you feel? Your personal opinion.
Okay. I've seen what that badge did to certain cops that I grew up with that I knew that was punks growing up, and then they put that badge on, and now they tough.
So,
When I used to see them get robbed,
you
know what I'm saying? They put that badge on, now they tough. I was never that dude that put that badge on and thought I was tough. I was never. There's been times somebody would say, "Hey man, if you didn't have that gun and badge," I'm like, okay, let me take this gun off, this badge off, see what you're working with.
the pimp hand man.
Nah.
Yeah, I
was never that dude that stood behind my back. Nah.
And there's a reason why I touched on that, and obviously we'll talk offline about it. And then that's going to be another reason why I want to bring you back later. I'm telling you right now, I want to bring you back later for another episode to really touch on that. So let's get to the house therapy. How was house therapy created?
House therapy was created for me to have an outlet of music that I didn't hear in South Carolina. I heard it did exist at one time, but when I got here, it didn't exist. And I was doing parties. I was still doing parties. I was doing parties in Charlotte. When I heard they was doing house music, I went up there and was doing parties on a regular basis. Like every month I was doing parties there. But I wanted more. Like I'm still cool with the guys I used to DJ with. I had a little ego. I ain't gonna front. I had a little ego. And I had a little ego, so we parted ways. It was me. It was me. I admit that. Because I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted more.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
No.
So house therapy, the name. What was this decision? How did you come to that?
A friend of mine, Sean McDaniels, who is part of house therapy, he always says house music is medicinal, it's healing, it's loving, it's caring. And that's how I came up with the name house therapy.
That is dope. I'm not gonna lie to you. Y'all need to have somebody of mental health with all the licenses and implement that into house therapy and create that brand.
Let's just say we're working on some things behind the scenes.
Oh, I know. I see you. I see your promoter, your manager, your security, your bank teller, your tax advisor, the IRS. I see all that next to you.
Security, yeah.
So
you know
Tawanda,
no.
So Tawanda, where do you fit?
I don't have to answer that security question because I can tell them what the security question is. But okay.
All right, Tawanda, how do you fit into house therapy?
How do I fit? I'm exactly what you just said. All the things you just named. I'm his partner. I'm his manager. I'm his promoter. I'm his security. I'm his cash handler. I'm his tax person. I'm the full package. Whatever he needs for house therapy, that's what I try to be for him.
Okay,
And it's
so
it works.
Yeah, what's your introduction into Tony Gray, the DJ business? Like, how did y'all decide we gonna do this together?
Well, of course, he already had this rolling.
Yeah, he already had it. I'm talking about but you now, like.
So when we met and I finally like let down that wall and let him in my life and we developed our relationship. And then once we got to the point where we were serious, moved in together, decided to get married, I knew this is what he was doing because he was doing it just at that time on My House Radio. I think that was the only thing he was doing at the time. He was doing My House Radio. So I would promote him for that. He would show me what to do, and I would promote him for that. And we grew that on Thursdays from 1 to 3. So we grew that, and
which is dope.
Thank you. So as things started growing and progressing, he started sharing with me the things that he wanted to do, the visions that he had, and of course, being his wife, how can I not support him?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, as far as like the DJ thing, knew nothing about it, promotion, knew nothing about it. That's why people like, they hit me up all the time, like, are you a promoter?
And she's nice on the table.
Will you be my manager? Stuff like that. It's like, but I'm not. I'm a supporter. I'm a supporter of house music. I'm a supporter of DJ Tony Gray. And that's how I came into it. I came into it as a baby house head, not knowing anything about house music. My husband introduced me to it. He helped me to love it, to fall in love with it. And then once I did that, I was able to jump on board and start promoting other people and their stuff. And this is what people don't understand. It's like, you don't have to be at every event. You can hit like, you can share, you can spread the word. That's helping somebody's brand.
Every little bit counts.
Tag somebody in a post, put it on a page. Like, that's how you show your support. So when he and I got together, when he took me to Charlotte and we went to Morehouse Tavern, that was my first house event. And he took me there. I met his friends, you know,
recording artists,
that were there that night. I got to experience it for myself and got to meet people. And it kind of just went from there. And we would go to Charlotte all the time. If there was an event, a party or whatever, house therapy was in the building. Mr. and Mrs. Gray was in the building. We was there to support. I mean, we would go and people would be like, oh, you don't have to pay. And we'd be like, no, we're paying. Like, we're here to support. And that would be us. You know, that would be us. And he would laugh at me all the time because if we're at a party and there's nobody on the dance floor, I'm on the dance floor.
Oh, I realized. Oh,
yeah, you saw that for yourself.
Yeah.
For yourself.
And people know that. If they don't know nothing else about me, when you see him, you're going to see me.
Man, I was already vibing, and you went live on two phones, and I'm like, she's making it seem like there's 50 people in here. I'm looking around. But so Tawana, what happened, or what did you think happened the day you woke up and said, we going to the top? Like, what is it that you saw that he needed on your part?
Heck yeah. What I saw was I saw a lot of, what's the word I want to use?
I ain't gonna say bitches. I ain't gonna say that. You saw women. I ain't gonna say bitches. You know that pimping. You're pimping. You don't say bitches. You say bitches.
No. No, I saw my husband's potential.
Yeah.
I saw my husband's potential. I saw his passion, and I saw what he needed to get it to be what he wanted it to be. So I wanted to make it whatever he needed it to be. I wanted him to fulfill his dream, regardless of what anybody else was doing around us, regardless if anybody showed up at an event for us. If he wanted to do an event and he wanted to show up, I was there. I carried equipment. hook it up, break it down, load it, unload it, whatever he needed, I was there. And I'm still there. Now, at this point, I have to slow him down to say, okay, now we're about to take this in another direction. We're going to still be house therapy and we're still going to be doing music, but he has been in this game long enough where he needs to start exploring other things.
Diversify.
Exactly. So we get, and I always tell people this, it's like, and it boggles my mind that we get so much hate, and I have no idea why, because it's from people that are on certain platforms that are throwing parties or doing their thing. You're in a whole nother area, whole nother state, whole nother town, whatever the case may be, doing your thing. But the very people that you think that you're whispering to or saying about house therapy, DJ, Tony Gray, me, or whatever, it comes back to our doorstep.
Well, you ever thought this? Y'all just got a dope chemistry? Because that's what I realized, like hanging with my pops and his people and how he attracts people. It's like sometimes you just put off that vibe, and then
yeah, and it's like
yeah, like there's probably people that can watch this over. Man, fuck them. Oh, fake ass perfect couple. Oh, bald headed pimp. Oh,
but you know what? No, that's the crazy
I'm getting
thing.
that right now.
But that's the crazy thing. When people meet us and see us, it's like we're the same. Like what you see is what you get.
But you know that about us.
Yeah.
yeah.
You've seen us.
I think I think y'all are very dope. Like I said, since the first time I met y'all, and like I said, you was mixing, and the mixing was like I'm listening to the mix. Like I'm trying to hold it in together. I'm like, man, that mother going off over here. And we got the bottle going, and we tossing. And that first one, you was just sitting there chilling, and then I saw you jump up. And I think you and Jason started dancing. And I was like, man, this dude, hey. And I'm like, he getting down. And then Tawanda was like, dang, I got two phones. Like she was Kevin Gates. And she was just going, I just think for real, y'all tag team, it works because we trying to pass you bottles, Tony, and you was like, nah, not right now. Like you was keeping it professional, even though it wasn't a business day.
Right.
And Tawanda was like the party of the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tawanda was like the party of the moment to make your mixes look even dope. So I just think y'all work well together. And I think the jealousy might be either people don't have the partner to do that or the partner to know their role to play on both ends.
Yeah.
I just feel like y'all put off a good authentic vibe where y'all put off a club vibe. Like, man, I could sit and talk with y'all for hours because y'all laugh and talking jokes. And I think people really hate that because they feel like you can get people at an event trying less than they can. Like if you say, I need you to pack this club in a week, you got a week to promote. I just feel like they hate because they feel like you might have a gimmick, but you don't. Tony's just that good.
Exactly.
Just that good.
Just that good.
Together, y'all are just that good.
And even when I'm posting or promoting, I the way I post, the way I word things, the verbiage I use, or I might say squad up, or I might say fam, or I might say this, or when I started doing videos and to promote what events and stuff we have, like I always try to think of something different to bring to the people, to our people that follow us, that that hang out with us in the chat rooms. Like we are family, even in the chat rooms. Like we cut up, we do the jokes. Like you said, we are those people where you can sit down.
You know that about us.
Yeah,
you know us. You know us personally, so you know how we act.
We know each other.
And the people that are in the chat room, most of them know us.
But I think honestly, I think there's a lot of people out there that has sat down with my husband, that has watched his blueprint, that has pretended to be friends and family and taken it somewhere else and made it seem like they did it or whatever. Then I think there's people that are threatened by him, like you said, because his mixing is crazy. Crazy. So if you think about it, and I had to tell myself that, it's like Every time we go somewhere, you got people like, yo, we got to get you on. We got to get you on. I've been with my husband 5 years. Y'all have yet to put him on. But you offended when we tell you, you know what? You don't have to come to us and tell us that lie. We still gonna come and support. We're not coming here so you can put us on your card because house therapy
That's not what we're here for.
Is our own lane. We're gonna continue to support the culture. We're gonna continue to do what we're doing.
She might be from Jersey, Tony. She was like, "Are you not gonna tell me?" Like she had that whole wrist and claw action going on.
She in touch with her in the hood rap. What you not
gonna do? Yeah, because I'll wax all y'all. I will wax, scratch.
Listen,
I will do it all.
I don't
but
sit
it's crazy.
in.
We've dealt with people like that where I've had to like check people in there, like, yo, this is not what we're gonna do. What you're not gonna do.
I'm humble.
And he stays quiet a lot, so he won't have to take it there, which is fine.
Because to mess with my health in the past.
Yeah.
It's fine. I told him like, listen, I got this. I got this. Trust and believe.
Security.
I got it.
So do you feel like, and I've said this to you, Tawanda, when we first started, I think I asked you about Tony and we started going through it. I always say network is a superpower, but I think the people that don't know how to network, that's the hate.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to come across a certain way or say it a certain way. Do you feel like the hate they have can dissolve by just a simple question or a conversation? Because if so, it's not really hate. It's ignorance. Right.
I don't know what it is exactly. Like I can't put my finger on it. Because like I said, like we're not doing anything different than anybody else. It's just, I guess, the way we present it and how we bring it forth or whatever.
And you're forgetting the part, the people we know that they wish they knew. You're forgetting about that too.
Yeah.
Well,
won't answer the phone for them, but answer the phone for her.
But that's life. That's life. I
walked into this. This is nothing that I do.
It's like I'm on the radio in Charlotte. I'm on 87.9 Heat FM. Yeah, I'm gonna tell that story. And we were on the phone with the owner, and I said, some people, they don't even take my phone call. They'll talk to her first, and the owner says, yeah, I'm one of them.
Damn.
Which is true. Like him and I will be texting back and forth, and Tony be like, I text AJ, but he ain't texting back. So I'm talking to him right now. Like, yeah, I don't.
But that don't bother me. You're still talking to this.
Yeah. So, and real quick, because we're getting ready to close out a little bit, and I should have did this earlier. What is the true definition of house music?
The true definition of house music. It's music for the mind, body, and soul. It's a feeling that you just can't describe because it affects certain people different ways. It's not like any other style of music. I mean, because there's so many different styles of house music. You know what I'm saying? There's something for, and you heard me play.
Oh, yes.
I have many different styles.
Yes.
That's why I could play something for you or play something for your pops or whoever else in the room, and it'll still be house music. So it affects different people different ways. All positive.
Yeah, I will say so. I spoke with DJ Kryptonite. So DJ Kryptonite had one of those infamous nights in my head forever. We in a strip club. He DJed a strip club, and he throws on Al Green in the middle of the strip club. And this was late 2000s into 10, 11, where everything is dope music. Everybody's selling dope. And he threw Al Green on. And the vibe totally changed. I feel like when you play your house music, I get that more often. Because Kryptonite, he plays a lot of oldies and the trap music, and he plays a lot because he's in the radio station. I feel like you play that music where you really gotta dig through the crates because my pops knows what you play. But I get that same vibe from both of y'all. Like y'all willing to take that chance. And he told me that. He's like, a lot of DJs aren't willing to take a real chance. Like you can throw a track on, but if you don't know what your DJ, if you don't know what your DJ, it's not gonna mix right.
If you're not making them think,
Yeah,
you're not doing a good job. You're not a
yeah.
DJ. You just somebody that play records.
That's all you do is play records.
All you do is play motherfucking records.
That's it.
I'm not that dude.
Tony takes you on a journey. If you are either a true house head or a true music lover, somebody that really likes to listen to music to vibe to, if you pay attention, like you said, when you sit back and listen to his mixes, he's taking you on a journey. He taught me that when I have my lessons, when he's teaching me how to DJ.
Yeah.
You know, like the songs to pick and what goes with what and how to bring it in and how to fade this one out. And if you really listen to how he plays, all his songs basically tell a story and he takes you somewhere. And it just takes a real music lover to understand that. You know what I'm saying? You really have to sometimes get past the beat and just pay it. You know what I'm saying? The beat's cool, but if you just kind of like pay attention to what the DJ is giving you and because he's old school. He's from that era where the DJ dictates what's happening on the dance floor. Now you got people like they want you to play all the hot tracks back to back, all the hot tracks.
Everything you have on the radio.
Everything you have on the radio, hot track.
I don't want that.
It's not like that. He's versatile. He does it all.
And I don't do it with house music. I could look at the charts on what is it called? Tracksource.com and look at the playlist and be like, okay, that's cool. But you're forgetting about this stuff over here that came out at the same time as those tracks came out.
Tony, what you gotta do, come to my pop's house on Saturday, he gonna show you some shit. And you gonna be like, I'm in heaven. But so check this out. So we round up this hour, and this is without, and I'm the co-host. So if my brother's here, we would want even faster in the same vibe. So we got this thing called time capsule. We're gonna try to work the time capsule real quick. Time capsule is we're gonna take a category, we're gonna dig it in the ground. 100 years from now, we're gonna pick it up. So give me, and I'm just gonna make it simple. Tawana, give me 5 of your favorite R&B tracks. It don't matter what it is. Just throw them out there.
Ooh, R&B. Okay. The actual track.
Just the track. I'm trying to make it simple. That's a real broad topic.
It really is.
Yeah.
Because
you're digging it up 100 years from now and be like, that's what they was doing? Like, that's how they feel?
Wow. Okay, I can't go track. I've got to say Mary J. Blige off the top. Anything Mary J. Gosh. Digging it up 100 years. Oh, man. This is hard.
Yeah, that's what we do.
I mean, I love like the R&B feel, like the 90s, like this New Jack Swing thing.
I love New Jack Swing.
Oh my God.
You gonna be there?
July 16th.
You gonna be there?
At the main course downtown?
I'm trying to be there.
Oh, here we go.
No, that's Pop's.
That's
that's my Pop's birthday weekend. He the 17th. Yeah, so you'll see what he gonna do.
I mean, swing through. Heck yeah.
That old thing gonna come through. Y'all know why he ain't gonna come through. If y'all seen him when he was vibing and drinking, y'all know why he ain't coming through. I ain't put the business out there, but that one he ain't coming through.
Yeah, I know your pop. So yeah.
Come on, Tawana, you gotta hurry up. It's time capsule, man.
Oh no! Oh God, this is hard. It's hard to go by songs versus eras.
Just give me any 5 R&B songs that mean something to you. That 20 years from now.
Poison is our song.
Poison.
Poison.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah.
Go ahead.
That's all. God, I don't know. Go to
Anything by Pimp C? Nah, go ahead, Tawana. Hurry up.
See? Listen, no. Funny story right quick. When we be in the car riding, so I'm from the South. So, I'm booty shaking music, dropping like it's hot, Luda kind of girl. This fool gonna look at me and go, that ain't music. He turned that shit off. We're not listening to that. Hold up, stop the car.
Pimping.
Get your shit straight, baby.
Yeah, that's yeah.
The house about to change right here now.
Come on, Tawana. We gotta get Tony list too, man.
Look, that shit ain't work because right now he'll put that shit on now to my babe. You want to listen to some Luda? I made a mix for you.
Oh shit. He got
Pimping my ass.
shit. He got that.
Yes. Go to Tony. Be more musical.
All right, Tony, give me 5 songs of your mixes that people just don't know. You know they don't know. Just 5 songs.
That's not the same question you asked her.
It ain't. She said you're more musically inclined though.
He is.
All right. I'm not gonna say the names of one of I've done a remix for Beyonce with my boy Dave Camacho.
Mm.
Yeah, that was years ago. Let me mention that to you. Yeah, it was on white.
And you didn't even tell me about
the white label.
In the internet.
What?
The internet stuff. We didn't get to that.
He ain't asked no questions.
Y'all done cut up so much.
Yeah, it's his fault.
It's his fault.
Yeah. They don't know nothing about me.
Look.
They ain't learned nothing. They ain't learned nothing. They ain't learned shit about me today.
You pimping. You pimping. And she love your pimping.
Yeah. Okay. Anything by Al Green? Since we go in there, anything by Al Green?
Simply Believer. I need that one of your mixes.
You
Simply
want mixes? Okay.
No. I was. You said it, and I just said
mixes I've done. I've done a remix for Olivia Newton-John, Magic.
Oh yeah, we did Magic.
I did a remix for
you
that.
did a Michael Jackson remix.
Right, Michael Jackson remix.
Yeah.
Yes, I did that. A couple of those. I did a remix of Prince, Adore You.
Yep.
I did that remix. Geez, a bunch of remixes I've done.
You only needed 5, man.
Folder. Yeah, I got. Whew. I just never put them out.
He just won't put them out.
I play them. You'll hear them if I play them, but
you wouldn't know they his.
They wouldn't.
Right. So check this out. So this is final call, right? You got your drink?
Got my drink.
I've been shooting and y'all been telling stories.
She texts you and asks you what you want to do.
I've been taking shots. When you go back and watch it, look how many times I poured a bottle up.
That's true. Yeah.
So final call.
You are your father's son.
Yeah. Final call.
I drank for both of y'all. I don't like y'all like that.
Hey, where your other part at to do with the BMW?
You know what? Question. Go to the question now, son. Go to the question. Son.
Don't talk about him.
This ain't what you want. I don't know, but this ain't what he want. I have about full glass.
All right, check this out for both of y'all. Final call is the bartender's kicking us out. Say whatever you want to say. Your social media is everything. You can say it separate. Like, Tawana, you go, and then, like, whatever you got going on is open floor to promote everything.
Okay, so the stuff that we've got coming up. First one is July 16th, the main course, New Jack Swing. That's that Teddy Riley Guy era. I'll be sure. So that'll be downtown Columbia. The next event for house therapy will be September the 3rd at the main course again. That's what we'll be having Elias, who sings Follow Me, Jasmina, who sings Happy in the Rain. So that'll be a house music event. So we have DJ Tony Gray events and we have house therapy events. So because my husband's versatile, so I like for him to be able to do what he wants to do and not always what they want him to do.
That sounds like the house mother of the pimp. The den mother of the pimp.
So if you want to know what we're doing, follow us on Facebook. Mine is up under my name, Tawana Smith Gray. His is up under his name, DJ Tony Gray.
Tony, got anything?
Hey, she covered it all, man. Yeah,
that's her job.
Oh, and the September 3rd event will be our last event.
Why is that?
We're tired of the bureaucracy of, and people.
Oh, don't worry. I want y'all. I want our show to be the first show. Y'all tell us why. How about that?
We're still gonna be house therapy. We're still gonna be doing stuff with the radio station.
Nah, fuck that. Y'all said so. Y'all made it sound like F y'all. Y'all made it sound like F them.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We're gonna see what they do without us. Let's listen to that garbage mix you got over there.
These two are the last. We tired. We're tired. My health issues. See, you have to be politically correct, and I'm tired of being politically correct.
Pimp days don't never die. Pimping is in.
So we're going in another direction.
I'm not disbanding house therapy because I still have my DJs like my boy Kaylin who's in the chat room.
Hey Kaylin, hey Jennifer, hey Dino.
I still have my people. I still got my people that still want to hear me. But let's just say we're not going out our way like we used to.
Yeah, understandable.
He's still gonna be on Mixcloud, My House Radio, 87.9 in Charlotte. It's that now that we're able to go in another direction with everything. Yeah. It's more gonna be maybe on the production side back.
Because I still got my recording studio I haven't even used yet.
Right. So we're gonna start utilizing things.
We're gonna have to rip that.
Yeah, I was asked to teach.
Oh, absolutely.
I was also asked to teach. I'm gonna be doing something. Oh, we didn't even mention that.
No,
at Benedict.
Yeah, we're gonna be at Benedict College August 26th as well. So I mean, there's other stuff that's going on. We're just gonna step back.
What happened on the 26th? Y'all just say y'all gonna be there. What y'all gonna do there?
Oh, house therapy.
House therapy is gonna be good music.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For the students.
Yeah.
Follow my page.
If y'all did in Charlotte, y'all know DJ Chuck T. He's trying to do a DJ school, teach kids how to DJ, which is a dope idea. And he's not the only one. Beat producer DJ Burn, one, a white guy, a legend in the South. He's the same way.
Prince Ice teaches also.
Yeah, I think house music is one of those things. We're in South Carolina and South. It's needed to know. Real quick, went to a party. Me and Kryptonite. There was a DJ there. DJ was mixing. Kryptonite got sick. Kryptonite got sick because the mix was horrible. People don't understand the concept of how to DJ. I'm talking. This man walked out the club damn near.
She worse than me though.
I am.
She's worse than me.
I'd be like, holla. That was sloppy. Did you hear that?
Did you hear that? She's worse than me.
Like, dang.
The DJ was having. He was playing good songs, but the mix wasn't transitioned right. But he in the DJ booth partying, and he don't realize DJ Kryptonite is standing right next to him. So all the workers, the female and bartenders, everybody's like, "Hey, what up, Crypt? What up, dude?" Like they shouting his name out. He had to hear. So why would you put on some sorry mixes if you know somebody who's established in the community who does your same job? Why would you do trash shit?
What station is Kryptonite on?
Kryptonite is on 103.9. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. lunch, and he got the 5 o'clock mix.
Okay.
He's also on Mixcloud. Matter of fact, next time I got an event, invite both y'all to the house. He be at the house all the time, chill with us. But let me close out.
You got to come to the man cave too.
Definitely, we talked about that for round 2.
Yeah,
yeah, we talked about it for round 2. But it's the bottom of the bottle. Usually, my brother's here doing the outro. It's me, Carolina Dirt 803. It's been a dope night. I met these two a couple months ago, and the vibe was ridiculous then. Had a great time, drunk a lot, networked a lot, drunk a lot, enjoyed myself a lot, networked a lot, drunk a lot. It's all the same day. And parties. So it came to this.
Yeah.
Me and Tawanda.
Friday is our 5-year wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
The anniversary is Friday. Damn.
Congratulations. My birthday's Friday.
I'm still alive.
Oh, for real? His birthday's Friday.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you. But I met these two individuals on 2 different ways. I met Tony mixing, passing him drinks, and him telling me he don't want to drink no more, and I'm passing him drinks. And I met Tawanda as she came to me business-like. So I had to sober up for a minute to get this business done. But these two people are dope. You see the camaraderie, you see the tag team, you see the teamwork. You see whatever they're gonna do, they're gonna be successful. And that level of success is how you define success. And I think they find success as the vibe they created this whole show. I totally appreciate y'all. Definitely want y'all back. They have actually invited the bottom of the bottle to their home space to do a live joint, which would be cool. I don't want to lower y'all property value because I will, but we gonna make it work.
Everybody, you won't be in our house. You won't be in our house. This is a separate building. It's a separate building.
They keep the darkies out back. That's what you said. They keep the darkies out back. But it's been a dope. It's been a dope night. I promise you, I didn't mean to go this long. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna hit the outro. Y'all stay on for a quick second after the outro's out, and we can politic. But good night. It's the Hump Day Happy Hour Tap In. Once again, Jay Walkman wasn't able to show up, but he is here. If he's not physically here, he's here. Shout out to him.
Yeah.